Hey, Falcon Zero here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have another exciting video, and it's none other than a game versus game today. And the games that we're going to be doing is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle and Fire Emblem Three Houses here. Now, these are two turn-based strategy games, and it's really weird to compare a Mario game and a Fire Emblem game really at all, because I would never have thought that I would ever be comparing Mario to a Fire Emblem game, because they usually are so different. But these games have some similarities, and they're still very different in the same way, but I feel like we can compare these games. So sit back and relax, and let's see if I can entertain you guys for a couple minutes here. Starting off, we're going to go over the roster, and both these games have a terrific roster with it because they both have a lot of characters in these games, and Fire Emblem being, you know, having quite a bit more characters. You've got the classics in the Kingdom Battle, such as Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Peach, and then you got the Rabbids, Rabbid Mario, Rabbid Luigi, Rabbid Peach, not Rabbid Donkey Kong, but there's a Rabbid Cranky Kong. And then you have Fire Emblem's roster, which their characters might not be as well known, but you know, you've got Edelgard, you've got Dimitri, you've got Claude, which are the house leaders in there, you've got Manuela, you've got Ingrid, you've got Hubert, and this list will go on and on and on. There are a lot of characters in Fire Emblem, and out of both of these rosters, you know, at first I'd be like, yes, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This is the one that's got it because you got all the classic Mario characters in there. But after playing through both these games, I'm going to have to give it to Fire Emblem Three Houses, because when you're playing Fire Emblem Three Houses, you feel connected more to all these characters in here, and I thought that would have been the easy pick for Kingdom Battle, but just because of the bonds and the way that you go throughout all these battles with these characters in Fire Emblem, I have to give it to that. And especially if these characters die in your game, they're gone forever if you pick that game mode. And I felt like that was just such a better connection, because I cared about these characters that I was leveling up. I was like, I'm not gonna let you die. So on the roster status, Fire Emblem has to take the first one. The next thing I want to go over is the gameplay of it. Now, both of these games are turn-based RPG games. So each time you're playing the game, you're gonna kind of maneuver your pieces around the board, and you're gonna strategically put them in areas that would benefit you of winning the game. Both of them do that. So when you look at that on the hand, it's kind of hard to say which one I would like better, but then I have to look at the other aspects on what they offer you too. In Kingdom Battle, they're offering you kind of little puzzles in between your chess-like matches when you're playing the game or whatever. So you get to kind of wander around, go a little bit of exploring, and solve minor puzzles in there. Fire Emblem Three Houses is going to have you be exploring the monastery. Now, it's a lot bigger to explore on the monastery level, and you kind of get to interact and bond with your students in this time as well. And you can do things like join the choir, you can do fishing, you can do cooking, and this is where I think Fire Emblem kind of excels again more than Kingdom Battle, as sometimes I was bored with the puzzles in Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Then when in Fire Emblem Three Houses, I always felt like I had to connect with all these students and see what they were doing in there and see what was going on. I almost want to give it a tie as well, because I had so much fun with the turn base in both these games, and I would tie it on that, but because Fire Emblem offers you more after the fact of just the turn-based game and the core core gameplay of it, there's more than Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, so I'm gonna have to give the second point again to Fire Emblem Three Houses. The next thing I want to go over is what these games have done for their series respectively, and both of these games I think have done a tremendous job on that. Fire Emblem took their series in a brand new direction, and it expanded on it from what it already had. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, well, when you look at the Mario series, it did something completely different. And actually, I think it brought off a whole new series now for Mario. And looking back to see which one did a better job of, it's a hard decision on this, because it's like I've got Fire Emblem on one hand that expanded on their series as a whole, and I think going forward they're gonna really have to use this game now going forward for Fire Emblem. And then looking at Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, you know, this is a brand new game, and I expect them to do more sequels now with this game as for a whole too, and I was like, I want to see this go on. So for this one, I'm gonna have to give it to Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle for trying something completely new in the Mario series and it working really, really well. And the fourth topic I want to go over is the music in both of these games. Both of these games sound terrific, and sometimes RPGs can be really boring too at that point, because sometimes you can be hearing the same track over and over and over again, and you're just like, I don't want to hear this anymore. But both of these games had a really good soundtrack. I never got bored with the music in it, and looking back as the fights were going on in Kingdom Battle and Fire Emblem, they just had classics, but there was one thing that just stood out to me more than anything else in both these games, and that was Grant Kirkhope doing some music in Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and then hearing some of those Donkey Kong 64 tunes remixed in there. I was like, I got hit with nostalgia really hard, and for the music, I'm gonna have to give this one to Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And the final thing I want to go over are the graphics in both these games. Now, Mario's never looked better, I feel like, in a game. Maybe Mario Odyssey. Maybe he did look better, actually, in that game. But visually, like, these games were both stunning, and you know, Fire Emblem coming from the 3DS and looking what the graphics looked like there to the Switch, wow, like they did a phenomenal job on upgrading the graphics into this game. I'm not gonna solely base it off that though, of the graphics from the jump from the 3DS to the Switch, because obviously we expected it to look better, but it did look a lot better. And one thing that Mario plus Rabbids though had going, that wasn't Nintendo that made that game, that was Ubisoft. And how attention to detail, like I felt like I was playing a game that was made by Nintendo playing Kingdom Battle when I was playing that game. That's how well Ubisoft put that together. Like, they made it feel like a real Nintendo game, and I feel like that's why they let them publish that. Then on the other hand, with Fire Emblem, especially when they were doing the cutscenes, it was almost like watching an anime, which I was like, that was really, really cool too at some points. I was like, wow, they really went with like an anime art style, and that kind of blew me away too. So for the last one and the winner, I'm gonna have to give it to Fire Emblem Three Houses for this game versus game. Thank you so much for watching. If you like that, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, smash the like button if you like this video, and let me know what you would like to see next on this game versus game. And with that said, thank you so much for watching, everyone of YouTube, and as always, show me your moves.